Your backyard is hiding more potential than you think, and these 25 gadgets are about to prove it. From gear that cleans itself to upgrades that turn ordinary evenings into something special, this list has it all. Every link is waiting for you in the description below. Let's get started. Number 25, portable walk-in greenhouse. Growing vegetables or flowers gets a serious boost with a dedicated space like this one. A patented locking system lets a single person set the whole frame up in seconds without tools. The steel structure is reinforced with wind ropes and stakes to keep it grounded, while the cover filters sunlight and helps hold in humidity for healthier growth. Roll-up doors and mesh windows give you control over airflow while keeping small animals out. There's enough room to walk around comfortably and tend to plants instead of reaching in from outside. For extending a growing season, this earns its keep fast. Number 24, 58-inch wood pellet patio heater. Cooler evenings outside feel a lot warmer with real fire to look at, and this heater brings that without the usual mess. A tall glass tube wraps around the flame, giving you a clear view of it from every angle instead of hiding it behind solid metal. Running on wood pellets, the hopper holds enough fuel to keep the flame going for a couple of hours before it needs a refill. It fits naturally on a patio, deck, or campsite, adding warmth along with a bit of visual flair most heaters don't have. Reduced smoke output compared to a typical fire pit keeps things comfortable for anyone sitting close by. Number 23, Deluxe Patio Umbrella. Shade shouldn't mean giving up half your patio to a pole standing in the middle of everything. This umbrella hangs off to the side instead, keeping the whole seating area open underneath it. A double layer canopy lets wind pass through the top rather than catching it, which keeps things steady even on breezier afternoons. You can rotate it a full circle and adjust both height and angle, so shade follows the sun instead of staying stuck in one spot. The frame resists rust and scratching, built to stay outside through every season without much fuss. It covers a dining table or a full lounge area with room to spare. Number 22, iGarden Swim Jet X Pro 10. Swimming laps in a backyard pool usually isn't possible, but this changes that completely. It generates a strong adjustable current so you can swim in place for as long as you want, whether that's serious training or just resistance for fun. Setup takes about a minute since nothing needs to be bolted down, and the rechargeable battery keeps it running for hours at a stretch. 6 flow settings controlled straight from your phone let you shift from a gentle current to something far more intense. It's a serious investment, but for anyone who misses lap swimming, it turns a small pool into a real training tool. Number 21, Inflatable Projector Screen. Movie nights outside get a lot more polished with this screen in the mix. A quiet built-in fan inflates it in minutes. No separate frame or assembly required. The fabric stays smooth and wrinkle-free once it's up, giving a sharper, cleaner picture than a bedsheet ever could. You can project from either the front or the back, depending on how your yard is set up, which makes it flexible for tighter spaces. Stakes and ropes hold it steady if there's a bit of wind. Pack it away afterward, and it folds down small enough to toss in a car trunk for the next trip. Number 20, Robotic Pool Vacuum. Pool cleaning day is basically canceled once this robot takes over. It climbs walls on its own, scrubbing away algae and grime from every surface while it works through the water. A top-loading filter basket means emptying it out takes seconds instead of digging through a skimmer. Just plug it in, drop it in the pool, and it finishes a full clean in about 2 hours without any supervision needed. It's gentle enough not to scuff pool surfaces, yet strong enough to handle stubborn buildup that regular skimming always seems to miss. Owners who've had one for years say it's the single upgrade that made pool ownership actually enjoyable again. Number 19, Inflatable Swimming Pool. When a backyard party needs more room to cool off, this pool delivers exactly that. Its stretched out design comfortably fits close to a dozen people at once, making it the obvious centerpiece for summer get-togethers. Thick reinforced material resists punctures far better than typical inflatable pools, so it survives repeated use without babying it. An electric pump gets it fully inflated in just a few minutes, and a built-in drain empties it just as fast once the day winds down. 3 separate air chambers keep everything stable, even if one section loses a little pressure. It's an easy way to add a pool day without the commitment of an actual pool. Number 18, Flumy Solar Garden Lights. Once the sun sets, this set of lights brings a soft, glowing atmosphere to any garden bed or walkway. Each one holds several small bulbs on flexible stems that sway gently in the breeze, giving the whole display a lively, almost magical look after dark. The solar panel quietly charges itself all day, so there's no wiring or nightly switching refreshing to think about. A waterproof build handles rain and changing seasons without losing performance over time. Just push them into the soil and they're ready to go. Scattered through flower beds or along a path, they turn an ordinary garden into something worth stepping outside for at night. Number 17. Veradek Outdoor Cooler Side Table. This looks like an ordinary side table until you lift the top and find a fully insulated cooler underneath. It keeps dozens of cans cold for up to 12 hours, which is plenty for an entire afternoon of hosting. Built from a stone look composite, it survives extreme heat and freezing cold without cracking or fading, so it can live outside permanently through every season. Because it doubles as real furniture, there's no awkward cooler sitting in the corner when it's not being used for drinks. Available in several colors, it's an easy way to blend function into a space without cluttering it up. Number 16. Patio Porch Swing with Stand. Some purchases are about function and some are simply about having a place you actually want to sit, and this swing leans fully into the second one. A steel frame holds up through every season outside, while the tilting canopy blocks the sun from whichever direction it happens to be coming from. Included cushions add a level of comfort that most porch swings skip entirely, and 2 fold-out side trays give you somewhere to set a drink without needing a separate table. It comfortably seats 3 people, making it a natural spot for the whole family to gather. Solar lights are even tucked in for a soft glow once evening rolls around. Number 15. Pipeline Irrigation System. Watering a lawn evenly is trickier than it sounds, especially on an oddly shaped yard, and this system solves it with real precision. It maps your garden's exact contours, so water lands only where it's actually needed instead of soaking some spots while skipping others. Everything runs through an app on your phone, so scheduling and adjusting watering times takes just a few taps from the couch. A built-in solar panel keeps it powered without needing an outlet nearby, and it can be buried underground for a completely clean look. It even tracks water usage, which makes cutting back on waste a lot easier to manage. Number 14. Outdoor Trash Can Storage. Trash cans sitting out in the open can make even a tidy yard look cluttered, and this box hides that instantly. Built from sturdy metal panels, it holds 2 full-size bins out of sight while shielding them from sun, rain, and curious animals. Gas struts support the flip-top lids so they open smoothly instead of slamming shut every time. Lockable front doors add a layer of security, which matters for shared driveways or homes near a busy sidewalk. Beyond bins, the same space works just as well for tools or equipment storage. It's a small change that makes the whole yard read as more organized at a glance. Number 13. Convertible Bench. This piece proves furniture can pull double duty without looking awkward doing it. Folded down, it works as a simple, sturdy bench for everyday sitting on the patio or by the pool. Flip it open and it becomes a full picnic table ready for meals or game night with friends. The switch takes only seconds and needs just one person, no tools involved. Made from weather-resistant material shaped to look like real wood, it holds up outside without the sanding and staining that actual lumber demands. For tighter patios where every piece of furniture has to earn its spot, this one covers 2 jobs at once. Number 12. Yarbo Robot Lawn Mower. Mowing a yard the size of a small park sounds impossible until you see this thing in action. It uses onboard cameras and satellite-grade positioning to navigate up to 6 acres without needing a single buried wire. 2 interchangeable blade types mean it handles thick, damp grass just as confidently as a dry summer lawn. A dual motor cutting system keeps clippings flowing so it doesn't clog mid-job, and its tracked wheels climb slopes that would stall a regular mower. Setup does take some patience since it ships in several boxes, but once it's running, mowing officially becomes someone else's problem. Number 11. Bird Feeder with AI Camera. Bird watching becomes a whole lot more engaging with a camera built right into the feeder. Built-in recognition identifies different species as they visit, sending a notification straight to your phone along with a short clip of the moment. Night vision keeps it working after dark too, catching nocturnal visitors you'd otherwise miss completely. A solar panel keeps the battery charged, so it runs continuously without ever needing to come inside. The companion app connects you with other bird watchers around the world, turning a quiet backyard hobby into something a bit more social. It's a thoughtful gift as much as it is a fun gadget for yourself. Number 10. Cordless Leaf Vacuum. Clearing debris off driveways and patios gets noticeably faster with this 2-in-1 tool. Switching between blowing and vacuuming takes just the press of a button, so there's no need to carry 2 separate machines around the yard. A brushless motor moves air fast enough to clear stubborn debris without much muscle behind it. 2 batteries come included, letting you finish a full cleanup session without stopping to recharge halfway through. Weighing under 7 pounds, it stays easy to handle for longer stretches without tiring your arm out. 8 adjustable speeds mean you can match the power to whatever mess you're actually dealing with that day. Number 9. Cordless turf brush. Artificial turf tends to flatten out over time, and this brush is built specifically to bring it back to life. A spinning brush head lifts matted fibers, restoring the fuller texture the turf had back when it was new. Along the way, it also pulls out trapped dirt, dust, and pet hair that a regular hose rinse tends to leave behind. Running cordless on a rechargeable battery gives you full freedom to move across the whole yard without an outlet nearby. Variable speed control lets you adjust the intensity depending on how worn the turf actually looks. For anyone with fake grass, this keeps it from looking tired and flat. Number 8. Foldable garden cart. Hauling mulch, soil, or fallen branches across the yard is a lot less painful with a cart built for the job. This one collapses flat, so you can rake or shovel material straight into the bed at ground level instead of lifting everything by hand first. Once loaded, a heavy-duty canvas bed and steel handles keep the load steady while you move it wherever it needs to go. At under 15 pounds, it's light enough to fold up and tuck away in a garage or shed. It handles rocks, plants, bark, and firewood without straining under the weight. For regular yard work, it saves more trips than you'd expect. Number 7. Lawn and Leaf Collector Sweeper. Raking leaves across an entire lawn gets old fast, and this sweeper takes a big chunk of that effort off your plate. Wide brushes spin as you push it forward, feeding leaves and light debris straight into a large mesh collection bag as you go. Adjustable height settings let it work across grass, artificial turf, or hard patio surfaces without switching tools. Ergonomically shaped handles keep the pushing comfortable even over a big yard, and the bag detaches quickly once it's full. When you're done for the day, it folds flat for storage, so it doesn't take up much space in between uses. Number 6. Flexzilla Garden Hose Kit. A garden hose seems simple until you're untangling kinks every single time you use it, and this one is built to skip that entirely. Made from a flexible hybrid material, it stays soft and manageable even under water pressure, so it lies flat instead of twisting into knots. Quick connect couplers let you attach or detach the nozzle in seconds without fighting with threads. The included nozzle switches between a soft mist for delicate plants and a stronger jet that reaches much further across the yard. A reinforced outer layer resists cracking and fading from constant sun exposure. It's the kind of small upgrade you'll actually notice every time you water. Number 5. 2 pieces, Leaf Scoops Hand Rakes. Gathering fallen leaves by hand is one of those small chores that never seems to end, and these scoops make it considerably faster. Shaped to grab and hold onto piles of leaves at once, they cut down how many trips it takes to clear a section of yard. They're light enough to use for a while without your hands or wrists getting tired. Because they're sized for close-up work, they're especially handy around flower beds, garden edges, and corners where bigger tools just don't fit. Simple, inexpensive, and easy to store, this is the kind of low-cost gadget that quietly saves real time every fall. Number 4. Solar Porch Lights. Coming home after dark feels a lot safer when the entryway lights itself up the moment you approach. A built-in motion sensor triggers the light automatically with 3 different modes to match how much activity that spot usually gets. A rechargeable battery stores enough solar power to last through a full night on one charge. The frosted glass-style shade gives off a classic lantern look that suits a front door, garage, or gate without feeling out of place. Being fully waterproof, they shrug off rain and snow without fading or warping. It's an easy way to add both security and a bit of charm to an entrance. Number 3. Artificial fence privacy screen. Privacy on a patio or balcony usually means blocking the view completely, but this greenery screen finds a nicer middle ground. Realistic faux vines cover a fence, wall, or railing, while still letting light and air move through naturally. The panels connect together and can be trimmed down to fit whatever space you're working with exactly. Because it's made from weather-resistant material, it holds its color without wilting or browning the way real plants eventually do. Cable ties are included, so installation is something you can knock out in an an afternoon without special tools. It softens a bare wall or fence into something worth looking at. Number 2, folding Adirondack chair. Comfortable outdoor seating doesn't have to be complicated, and this chair keeps things refreshingly simple. A durable material finished with a realistic wood grain look holds up to sun, rain, and daily wear without cracking or fading. A wide, contoured seat and tall backrest offer real support, while broad armrests give your arms somewhere to rest through a long afternoon outside. A built-in cup holder keeps drinks steady and within reach the whole time you're seated. When you're finished, it folds flat in seconds for easy storage in a garage or shed. Built to support a generous amount of weight, it holds up as well as it looks. Number 1, reciprocating grill brush. Cleaning a grill by hand always feels like more scrubbing than it should be, and this tool changes that completely. Instead of relying on your own arm strength, a reciprocating brush head moves back and forth hundreds of times a minute, working through baked-on residue the same way an electric toothbrush outperforms a manual one. That motion clears stubborn buildup far faster than scrubbing alone, bringing grates closer to their original condition. It takes the physical effort out of grill maintenance, which matters most right after cooking when nobody wants to spend extra time scrubbing. For anyone who grills often, this turns cleanup from a chore into something almost satisfying. That's all for this video. Every link is right there in the description below, so go grab your favorites and start upgrading today.